I'll say the knowing the amount of work that I would have to do, but just generally around just how much timeline and how much like work all together that I would have to accomplish to finish.
Probably bring in more supplies like an air fan for your room. But overall, it's nice. Probably medicine. Bring medicine if you get sick. Extra clothes, extra towels. That's pretty much.
Three things: supplies, luggage, and knowing that I was going to be away from my family. Those are the top three for me, honestly.
Like knowing you needed a lot of money, or just some like little bit of money for laundry and whatnot, and that's really about it.
For me, most likely trying to find like closest stores around, or because if you're running low on different things such as like shampoo or whatever, and the store and the canteen's closed, you know.
Being away from parents, I guess. I mean, I can stay away from my parents. It's just like, I wish I would have known it would be this long. But other than that,
Before coming to MCTI, I wish that I would have known that there's a study group every Monday and Wednesday that helps students with their homework if they have any questions.
Ooh, I don't know actually. I feel like I learned everything I really needed to know before coming here. There wasn't really anything that I felt like was left out.
Really about more about how I'm being more hardworking and how much I had to discipline myself and how much I'm getting better at that. But also like in leisure time, how much of a leader I'm becoming.
Probably my sleeping schedule. Mom would help me a lot to wake up, but now I maintain it a lot. Eating wise, have to make my own food.
I got to learn how to be independent. I got to learn how to be more of a man, to make bigger decisions, and also enjoy life. Get to make calls on what I want to do for fun outside of school, work, and Bible study. So that was kind of a nice thing I learned about myself.
I guess I never really realized how hard of a worker I am. Just seeing all the stuff I've made in my cabinet making class. I made an end table with doing mortise and tenons.
I'm more capable than I thought I would be. Socializing with people hasn't always been my strong suit, but I think coming here helped me with that a lot. A lot more social now, willing to talk more, stuff like that.
I learned how to manage my time efficiently with getting homework and assignments done on time. Before coming here, I didn't take it very seriously, but now that I'm in my second term, I understand the value of how important it is to study and be organized.
I used to have really bad panic attacks and would panic and freak out about everything. Like first thing that happened, anything that would go wrong, I would immediately freak out. And I learned that I don't need to immediately freak out. I can stop and think before I just act, and it'll be okay. I've learned to be able to not take little things as big problems and just be able to take them as little problems and what they are.
Mainly it's just knowing that like family is very far away and this is the first time away from them. So that would be like the biggest challenge.
Missing family, missing homemade meals, and friends from home, pretty much.
The one challenging thing about living in this dorm is being very, very hot every time. The air conditioning is not really on, but there's a fan and there's a window. So and you can make do with your own fan. They told you to bring one, but yeah, it just gets very, very hot in here.
Challenge. There's a ton of those. Okay, the top challenge has to be being on your own, or even having to live with a roommate. Those are probably the toughest challenges, honestly, apart from the schooling, because you have to learn how to adult in life, how to micromanage your time, how to organize your stuff, or clean on top of it. And on top of that, you have a suite mate as well, so sharing the bathroom, cleaning that, and making sure you guys have your times at the shower. Those are the hardest ones, I think.
Hardest thing about dorm living, I think it maybe would have to do with the space. It's kind of a small space, especially if you have a roommate, it's just gonna be even more cramped.
There's no air conditioning in the dorms here. It gets very hot. I would definitely suggest students bring a fan before coming here.
At times, it can get super hot. I know in the summertime, it got extremely hot in my dorm room. I think the highest it had gotten was in the 80s, and it stayed that way for quite a while until the air conditioning was turned on.
I like the opportunities and abilities they give us in our trades, and then the secondary is like the amount of leisure activities and the food that they give us.
I made new friends. I'm learning new stuff in my culinary. That's living on your own.
There's a lot to like about MCTI. God's blessed this place so much. I mean, the beautiful world out there you can see is quite beautiful in my own opinion, but honestly some of the best things MCTI has offered me is making connections with such wonderful friends here, honestly. I felt like I've grown to make a family here. It's my biggest thing I liked.
I like how it's almost like a family. It's like a little get-together family, and we all come together when we really need it, and it's very important for us to work together and communicate. The communication's amazing. The people here are amazing. I think it's just amazing.
I like the leisure staff. They're very kind. They provide a lot of activities for the students here. We have weekly shopping trips on Sunday, and we do activities on Saturday and movie nights on Friday.
I love that I was able to make friends and wasn't really judged. There's kids that are just like me, and I'm not looked at differently because of it.
I just like the surroundings. I always grew up, I grew up in the countryside, and so seeing this is nothing new. And since I really like fishing and birds, there's a bunch of birds here, and we're on a lake.
Dude, that's a turkey vulture. Oh yeah, I can see it.
Really just dorms. Because I know the temperature is here and there, but just tweak it just a little bit.
The only thing I'm missing, the only thing we really wanted to improve, we wanted to get a group to clean out the pool. That was the only thing, really.
Not much. You guys do a lot of activities, try to keep us busy.
The selections on the menu could be improved at MCTI. The food here, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best.
Probably the food I guess they serve. It's not terrible, but I guess it could use a little bit of improvement. That's about it.
I think the one thing I don't really like is probably the food. Some days it's really good. They have really good salmon.
I don't really think there is anything that I could think of.
That's a good question. I'm gonna say the food. Food can always use an improvement of a hint of love. That's all I'm gonna leave it as.